Welcome to the Dressage Today podcast's Training Buzz. These short podcasts bring you the best tips straight from our subscription video site, Dressage Today On Demand. To get full access to all our videos, go to ondemand.dressagetoday.com and enter promo code DTPodcast to save 15% off your subscription. Now, listen in on this week's buzz and enjoy the ride. This episode is sponsored by the Maryland 5-Star. See Olympic athletes in action as the nation's best horses and riders compete in one of the world's premier equestrian events at the Maryland 5-Star at Fairhill, October 13th to 16th in Cecil County. Don't miss the breathtaking excitement of the dynamic cross-country competition or the elegance of dressage and the precision of show jumping. There's also great shopping and activities including a fresh food fest, corgi race, and a beer, wine, and spirits showcase. So come enjoy a beautiful fall day at the Maryland 5-Star at Fairhill, October 13th to 16th. Learn more and buy tickets at maryland5star.us. In today's episode, Laura Graves explains the difference between contact and connection and why it is important to understand each one.
And so one of the things she was telling me about was that he's a very good listener, and he gets a little bit tough in the connection when she really gets him going from the leg, and he likes to bear down and try to lean on her hand. And you'll hear me this weekend use two words that I think are very commonly confused. One is connection and one is contact. And for me, when I use the word contact, I'm talking about the contact between the bit and the rider's hand. When I talk about connection, it includes the contact, but connection also includes the hind leg of the horse, the leg of the rider, the back of the horse, the top line of the horse, and so on. So connection is a lot more complicated than contact itself. But in order to create a proper connection, a good contact is one of those things. So as she gets warmed up and we kind of take a look at what we're dealing with today, then I have to start to decide if the issues are primarily in the contact, if the horse is fussing in his mouth at the resistance of the hand, or if that is actually rather understood, the hand to bit contact, and what we're dealing with is more of a struggling through the connection, because it's through the connection that we can change his balance. But if we're also struggling with the contact, the hand to the bit, then we're not going to be able to even start to have a conversation about connection. And it's very important to me in my program that I take a lot of time in educating the horses on the contact. I find it important that I, number one, make the horse as comfortable as possible in their mouth. Depending on their anatomy, their different sensitivity, properly sized bit, properly shaped bit for that horse, and so on. But that it also becomes really that I have to teach them how I want them to accept the bit. So it shouldn't be something they're ever scared of. I also don't want it to go to a point where it's something that they don't respect. So it's just like teaching a horse to pick up their foot. If I run my hand down the back of that horse's leg and I lean into him a little bit, I expect him to pick up his foot. I have the same kind of training technique when I'm thinking about the bit. I want the horse to know, if I touch you like this, this is the reaction I would like you to give me.
We hope you enjoyed this bonus podcast. What would you like to learn about, and what tips would you like to hear? Email me, Stephanie, at sruff@equinenetwork.com or reach out to us on social media. Remember, go to ondemand.dressagetoday.com and enter promo code DTPodcast to save 15% off your subscription to our online catalog. Thanks for listening.